name is Andrea. I was introduced to Jesus at a young age. Every Sunday, I went with my grandma to an evangelical church back in Colombia. And for about 7 years, church was a consistent part of my life. However, my faith was more about performing the role of a Christian and, in my mind, competing with others rather than having a genuine relationship with God. As a teenager, I shifted my focus to seeking admiration through popularity at school, which seemed more achievable than striving to be a good person on my own. As my relationship with God lacked a solid foundation, I gradually allowed worldly desires to take over my life. I became prideful, engaged in unhealthy relationships, and adopted a self-reliant attitude. I wanted to be an independent woman, like every other millennial. 2016 was a rough year for my family. My grandmother at 72 was diagnosed with cancer, and I took care of her for 10 months. This experience brought me to the realization of my deep need for God's help. Through these times of hardship, prayer became my outlet for worry, and I experienced a profound sense of my own helplessness and dependency on God. I started praying more and more often for my grandmother's healing, and this period of tribulation also made me see that the romantic relationship I was in at that time was unfulfilling, and that the person involved didn't care about my family or myself. So God began to prompt me to pray and to read the Bible devotionals more often. So God's grace was evident when my grandmother was healed after a year and a half, and she's still alive, praise the Lord, reinforcing my belief in His power. So when I moved to Canada right after that, I started attending a Baptist church invited by a friend. So I knew I couldn't ignore God's presence after witnessing such a miraculous healing for my grandma. So the weight of my sins became apparent, and sermons began to reveal sin as a spiritual illness rather than a barrier to my pleasure in life. So after 3 months, I made the decision to be baptized and commit my life fully to Christ. That was in 2017. So since then, Jesus has transformed my life, instilling a love for His Word and His commands. Over the past 8 years, I have experienced significant spiritual growth, though not without moments of stagnation. So committing to read the entire Bible helped me recognize my weaknesses and the lingering false beliefs I held about salvation and my faith, family, and separation from the world. So Jesus has delivered me from a prideful life and the emptiness of the worldly pursuits. There is nothing else in the world that is better than this. So He is the source of joy and purpose in my life. And God has provided the Word and a church family to support me as I journey through this earthly life, eagerly anticipating the day I will meet the Father face to face.
Let's pray.